Happy Sunday. Come on in. I have missed you guys this week. I wasn't able to be on the Muses show earlier today. And for anybody that's new to our group, we've had so many new comers in the recent weeks. Welcome and thank you so much for joining this circle, this community of unconditional love, support, non-judgment, and just coming together to take us into this new era that we're moving into with love and support. I was mentioning the Muses show on Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Myself and three other powerful women come together to discuss all things spiritual and help, just us all be able to come together in a safe place to really talk about, the future and what's going on in the current, reality of things, and really just have a great time and just feel the love and share the love. So I encourage you, if you haven't checked out the shows, to please do. We've gotten a huge response to our Muses Facebook group, and then also the shows, which I also post every Sunday within this container as well. So you can go back and catch any of the replays at any time. But today we're doing our energy update for the week, and we're going to do some healing biofeedback tones. And for those of you that tuned in last week, we had talked about it being kind of a very intense week, energetically speaking, and it clearly turned out to not disappoint. I think a lot of people that I've talked to this week are feeling, just overwhelmed and just feeling a little bit like things are out of control, and, just trying to find a way to really ground themselves and to really set the boundaries, and just take care of you. And so that's what I love about us coming together on Sunday nights and just, talking about what to expect and calibrating ourselves to the highest and best and good possible expression of resonating with the universal energies, so that we can, raise above the fray, so to speak, and just continue to do our work and to move forward and to take the best of the background frequency that is surrounding us and moving within us at all times at an atomic level. So thank you for everybody that's tuning in and just taking the time out to get educated and increase your awareness of what's going on. And when you calibrate yourself, just like a musical instrument, you want to be able to, when you hear, violin playing, you want to hear the most beautiful potential expression that could play and that could express. Our bodies are instruments. And so when we tune them in and we calibrate and we take the time to just prepare ourselves and to do just a little bit of work, it just takes minutes a day. It's amazing the impact that we have not only on ourselves, but on the people around us. We have auras that extend out, usually about an arm's length, give or take. So even if you're saying nothing, but you're standing in line at a Starbucks waiting on your coffee, you are impacting and influencing the world. So I just want to, recognize that and, tell you how much I appreciate this, how much other people appreciate this, even if they're not aware of the work that you're doing. It is being recognized on a divine level. So we were talking about last week, in human design, we have all the different potential energetic expressions of masculine and feminine energy that are transposed mathematically with astrophysics onto the universal existence of our universe. And we take that into account with the transiting planets that, are affecting us, just because, it's like It's like our relationships with nature, you know, it's this perfect symbiotic relationship. As we exhale the carbon dioxide, that's exactly what the trees need, you know, to grow and to breathe. And then they exhale the oxygen, and it's this synergistic relationship that we have. The same thing's going on, you know, at all levels of universal creation. So we were talking about last week, you know, moving through the gate of the sun, moving through the gate of the fighter. And, you know, the provocateur is what the earth, the two main components that are going to be impacting us the most energetically. And so we saw that play out, you know, here in America, and I'm sure, you know, even in people's individual lives, you know, just we were being provoked, we were being, you know, things were being challenged, and not gonna lie, this week will be bumpy as well. So, and actually, we probably have another couple weeks to go of this type of energy before things start to kind of level out and, you know, simmer down a bit. So, good time to really just be tuned into yourself, whatever you can do to stay grounded, to nurture yourself, to, you know, really just be able to, you know, maintain your immunity, your energetic levels. You know, stress can take a toll on people in ways that they aren't even necessarily aware of. So this week, moving into this week, we've got on Thursday of this week, right after the new moon, the sun will be conjunct, or basically right next to Pluto, and it will be in the gate 61, the gate of inner truth. And so the sun is where light is going to be shined and focused energetically for all of us this week. And so this is being next to Pluto, which is about, you know, death, rebirth, transformation. You know, things will be really kind of shaken up as far as what is true, and true meaning, you know, the capital T, true, in all aspects of our lives. What is the truth of who you are? What is the truth in the relationships that you have? What is the truth of the world, you know, at all levels? So this is pushing us towards really clearing out. We've been doing this. We are continuing to do this, clearing out the old belief systems, going deep within, recognizing that transformation is necessary and needs to take place to build a more peaceful world, and just trying to establish what that looks like. We need to look at what we are doing, you know, on an individual level. That's where you start. You know, what are you building? What is true, the capital T? What is true, you know, to you? And this is a great time with this energy moving in to really become more connected with who you are, with your own inner truth, knowing that you are a divine being. We are all divine beings, you know, of light, you know, made, you know, in the likeness of God, whatever your belief systems are. But the world is best when we recognize our own unique genius and our diversity. You know, if even 10% of the world was able to wake up and really activate their own unique genius of who they came here to be, the gifts that they brought to express, and truly started to express them, we'd become like little puzzle pieces fitting in and contributing to the greater good, instead of us all being conditioned to believe that success looks like a certain way and everybody has to be the same puzzle piece, you know. And that's why we look at other people that are successful and we're trying to imitate that, and we're wondering why it doesn't ever seem to work for us. Well, they have a completely different set of circumstances. And so it's just being more aware of what you really bring to the table, what you really bring to this beautiful game of life. It's an energy game after all, right? So this is how we truly evolve. And another thing to point out, right after the sun and Pluto go conjunct, Uranus goes direct. And when this happens, Uranus is the planet of unexpected twist and change. And that's why it will probably continue to be, we'll have some unexpectedness in this week playing out, kind of like we did last week. We were talking about Uranus last week. And when it goes direct, it's going direct in the Human Design Gate 27. And what that is all about, that energetic expression is about, it's a very nurturing, it's a very caring, it's kind of like, the mothering energy, and it's about establishing values that support the well-being of the world. It's about taking responsibility and accountability. And this isn't just about like external accountability, like, you might be seeing, playing out on the news. It's also about, again, this week is going to be really, really about going deep within and accepting and being accountable yourself. What are your values? What do you want to nurture and grow within yourself so that you can be a better contributor to the world? Holding yourself accountable for your own self-worth and your value. If we all just treated ourselves with the compassion that we so easily give away to other people, it would instantly, create such significant change and peace and harmony and the things that all of us at a very basic level crave and are capable of. So as we move forward in continuing to determine, what we are fighting for, what is important to us, what is worth fighting for, the sun, being in gate 61 is not a victim type of mentality of like, why is all this happening to me? It's really about clearing all of that out of your energy field. And as our Earth is moving this week through the gate 62, this is all about the energy of preparation, of helping us prepare and helping us establish these values and this truth, and coming together once we've determined what that looks like within ourselves. How do we come together with that? So I want you to focus this week on really tuning into your own intuition, trusting, connecting with that intuition so that you know what you need to do. You know what boundaries you need to set, and you can prepare for any changes that are taking place. 61, that gate that our sun is in this week, 61 is focused on the big picture. It's the big picture of what is playing out on a universal level, on a global level. And so it's not the time to become hyper focused on the details right now. In fact, good advice would be, pay less time watching the news and more time on going within and finding your connection to where that intuition lies in your body, and that inner guidance for you can be established, and how you nurture that and how you fill your tank up. Because if your tank is full, then you can help others that are depleted and that are feeling, out of control and overwhelmed. And so what I wanted to do for the healing biotones that we're going to do to just help get us prepared for, the energy that we're moving through this week is I wanted to go ahead and call in a couple different things. And this is basically going to be attuning us as we listen to this to the highest expression of these universal energies. We're going to be harmonizing our nervous system. I think a lot of us would agree our nervous systems probably are a little shot after, watching things play out the way that they did this week. I also am adding oxytocin, which it has a calming effect on the brain, just to keep us grounded and centered. And calling in the pineal gland. The gate 61 is in our head center on the human design body graph, and the head center is connected and related to the pineal gland. And so this is going to just help us calibrate with being able to deeply delve into our inner truth and into that confidence of really knowing what that looks like. And then I mentioned the Earth moving through the gate 62. So we want to be able to, we're going to be, bringing that in as well, harmonizing with that. And the Bach flower essence, Saranto, that helps us to have confidence and trust in ourselves. Just again, going inward and building up that inner confidence and the ability to really trust in our decisions and knowing that we are doing the right thing when we are tuning into our intuition. And also, one more thing, wanted to bring in the emerald green ray of light, and that just helps us all anchor in the energy of peace, of balance, of harmony. And that's really, what we want to be focusing on when we listen to these tones, just opening up our heart space. Our heart center resonates with the green light on the chakra system. That's the color that it's attuned to. So the more you can open up and just focus on receiving this calibration, the deeper the healing will be. It's a very cleansing ray of light. It restores harmony within our beings and within our realities, so that it will help shift the perspective of the way, that we see what is happening around us. So let me just move here. I think because I've got quite a few activations this week, I'm going to go ahead and we normally do 2 minutes of the biotones, but I'd like to do 3 minutes tonight because I just really feel like with the energy that is moving in and will continue to be moving in, we could really use it. So my gift to you. So why don't we go ahead and let's just sit back, start taking some deep breaths and closing our eyes, and if you can, put your feet firmly on the ground. Really, really important to be grounding ourselves in with these energies that are around us and moving through us this week. And we're going to go ahead and start taking some big, deep breaths. Really focusing on that long, extended exhale. Dropping down to your heart center, feeling that space open up. This is the space that you really want to be moving through life from, really getting out of your mind. There's so much happening right now and has been happening for some time now that is really hard to comprehend with our mind. And so if you move into the space of your heart and that green healing, space and dimension, it will shift your entire perspective on life. I promise you that. And with this next exhale, go ahead and drop that breath. Feel it dropping down through your torso, down into your legs, down into your feet. And picture yourself like a giant oak tree, just sturdy and solid and grounded into the earth. And with this next exhale, take that breath down through your feet like roots of a tree, moving into Mother Earth and just feeling that rich nutrient soil and that groundedness, that feeling of being held and supported on a very deep level, and receiving exactly the nutrients and the medicine that the earth knows that you need and will be providing you. and you can access it anytime that you need. And as this giant oak tree with these deeply embedded roots, feel them and picture them moving all the way down into the center of the earth, where there's absolute perfection. Think of it as the most beautiful lake, water, mountains, the most beautiful thing you've ever seen and experienced in your time on earth. And that is absolute perfection that is just within a breath and a moment of your time, of your meditation, of grounding into. And with this next inhale, we're going to move that perfection back up into our feet, moving it up through your legs, back into your heart space where we center and we ground to receive these biofeedback tones, this calibration. And if you find yourself having any thoughts that are still swirling around in your mind, picture them wrapping up into a beautiful crystal ball of energy. And with this next exhale, picture that crystal ball dropping down into your heart space. The crystalline quartz will purify any of those thoughts, and we will amplify the love and the light that already exists in our heart space. And we'll take one final deep breath and begin the tones. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why, for some reason, the volume is not working on the tones. So I'm just going to do like a reboot here. So just bear with me. I know I got you into this nice meditative space. Just continue to breathe. We'll reboot and see if that does the trick. I just played the tones right before when I was setting this up, so I don't know if it's a Wi-Fi thing. Okay, so give me a sec. I need to reload the tones that I had. We have the nervous system, the pineal, the Sorrento, and then we had our human design gates, 61, 62. In a second, let me just get those back in there. And then okay, let's try it again. Why is my volume not working? You gotta love technology. Okay, so this is just in par with the way the energy is moving this week. Expect the unexpected. Did I not say that? So what I will do is I will go ahead and do a screen recording. and then I'll post that in the comment thread. So you'll be able to just listen to the energy update and then just tap on that and be able to play the tones. I'll do that right now. Not sure what's going on. There's some kind of little technical glitch. And I do apologize about that because there's nothing worse than getting all, in the zone and then but such is life sometimes. And, there are no accidents. So I think this is probably the universe's joke, humor of going, okay, this is what to expect, right? And just being able to roll with it. And the more that we focus and empower ourselves, like we're doing with these tones, the better we will be able to do this type of non-reaction when things are going on around us that we might not necessarily want to. So with that said, I will go ahead and, thank you, Melinda. I really appreciate that. And right back at you, sister. So just give me about 5 minutes and I'll post this up in our chat. And I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful night, a beautiful week. Please feel free to reach out with any questions that you might have on any of the energies. And I want to just thank you so much for building our community in such an expansive way. I know if you have been and will continue to do so, if there's anybody that you know that will benefit from this healing and this information, please continue to invite people in. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I can feel the energy amplify of what our potential is, just the more people that come into this space. So thank you so much. Much love and light to you. And I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.